What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, welcome back. I appreciate the support. Also, guys, I have a new email. If you guys want to send me some stories from your city that you think will make some good video material to share with the rest of the community, I'll definitely do your story. And you can send it to this email that I have on the screen. And without further ado, let me get in this story. Guys, listen, I'm going to talk a little bit about a story that came out of Memphis. And it's like I can't get away from all of this Memphis news because there's things I've missed that I have very good talking points on. And there are also things that, you know, are constantly coming out daily. So, you know, I want to talk a little bit today about a young gentleman, 19-year-old Maurice Chalmers-Stokes. And he's another witness and another person pressing a lawsuit against his encounter with the Scorpion unit. And it's a few things about the Scorpion unit, or it'd be a few names in this story that I'm about to show you, this video, that you'll be familiar with in reference to what happened to Tyree Nichols. But I'll let you guys take a look at the video, and then we'll jump into it as a whole and talk about it. Check out the video.
I'm not trying to be scared, but I was scared.
All eyes are on the Memphis Police Department Scorpion unit after the death of Tyree Nichols. Now, more people who say they were also the victims of overly aggressive officers assigned to that unit are coming forward.
Tonight, WREG's April Thompson spoke with a 19-year-old who says he was stopped while just walking down the street.
Maurice Chalmers-Stokes prefers not to show his face out of fear of retaliation, but he is very forthcoming about what happened to him the evening of October 1st, 2022.
I was not trying to be scared, but I was scared.
He says he was walking down Chelsea Avenue near University Street when unmarked cars started following him. Those inside had on ski masks.
They hopped out and bomb rushed me. I was like, let me check your backpack. Don't try to run.
But he ran out of fear.
I ended up taking off running. I had bounced off a gate. I bounced off the gate. I hit my head on the gate. I didn't know who they was. Y'all was in unmarked cars, like regular cars like us. So I'm not thinking, y'all know police officers are up top anyway. I'm already scared for my life.
He would soon learn those chasing him were police. This affidavit says the officers were assigned to MPD's Scorpion Team 1. On that team, 4 officers who've been in the spotlight over the killing of Tyree Nichols. Detectives D. Haley, D. Mills, and T. Bean. The same officers now fired and charged in the Tyree Nichols case. And also P. Hemphill, who is still under investigation. Chalmers-Stokes says he had to speak out when he realized what happened, especially when he realized Demetrius Haley was one of the officers who caught him.
When he grabbed me around my backpack, he pushed me to the gate again. Cut my head up. Demetrius, when he flew me over, he acted like he was finna punch me.
Chalmers-Stokes says he was never told why police were chasing him, and he complained about his head injury, but got no attention. His attorney, Andre Wharton, says the glare of the Tyree Nichols story is shining light on more cases that deserve attention.
The Constitution speaks of unreasonable searches and seizures. This is totally unreasonable. The same thing happened to Tyree Nichols that happened to Maurice just months before.
And he questions discrepancies, he says, are in the police report that officers filled out.
With the medical attention, Maurice refusing medical attention, that did not happen. I don't know why that was put in there.
Now they hope to talk to city officials about this case, too.
We don't want this to happen to somebody else. And so he sought counsel, and we're looking at exploring all means, including internal affairs investigation.
April Thompson, WREG News Channel 3.
Now, Maurice Chalmers-Stokes was charged with theft of property after a stolen gun was found in his backpack following that stop. Wharton is not representing him on that criminal charge and says the stop itself was still unwarranted and without cause.
See that? Now I'm going to say something real quick, and then I'm going to get back into this. Now, they did find a gun on the scene, right? And part of the Scorpion unit is to find guns and all this other stuff. And the young man was wrong for having that gun, and I'll get to him near the end of the video. But there's 2 things that I didn't even know that I want to see if you guys, the viewers, caught. The first thing was what? It was 4 people in the car. You had the 3 Stooges. Tredarius Bean is Larry. Desmond Mills Jr. is Curly, fat ass. And then you got Mo, Demetrius Haley, the ringleader. The head ass kicker in charge. Who else was with him? Preston Hempfield. So I kind of came to when they just fired Preston Hempfield, and I was like, you know, I don't think he was in the Scorpion group and all this stuff. You hear me say that in a lot of my videos? He was in the Scorpion group. Now my question to Memphis PD, why his fucking fat ass ain't fucking locked up too in the Tyree Nichols case? Because he contributed to the terrorists pushed on that boy as well. See that? They distanced him from the situation, right? And slowly ousted him out the door. I guess, oh, you didn't do that much. And they pushed him out. He's going to be a key witness against the rest of these people because he knows with all of these stories coming out, and y'all got to pay attention, with all these stories coming out, they're going to need people to be in their defense to try to limit some of these lawsuits of these people coming out. And who are they going to use? Preston Hempfield. They're going to use that other cop, the white cop that they're not naming. Now, they fired Preston Hempfield, but they'll set it up the way he can get a job somewhere else, probably in another county, but he can't be a Memphis PD officer. And they'll cite that he helped in the investigation and all of this other stuff, and he wasn't really the main contributors of the 5 black officers that killed Tyree Nichols. And they might say, oh, well, he was in the Scorpion group, but he wasn't really doing a lot of crazy stuff. Now, watch this. That's the first thing. Second thing I peeped in this, Tredarius Bean, Desmond Mills Jr., and Demetrius Haley, they're police detectives. They have the title of detective. That's a big difference from a police officer. Police officers do, you know, normal stuff. And I guess Preston Hempfield might be a detective too, but they just called him an officer. And you know, detectives, that explains them using the database without being questioned and all of this other stuff. That right there. You still think it wasn't personal how they targeted that boy? That means all 3 of them knew. That's crazy. That right there was eye-opening. This story is 9 days old, you know, post Tyree. But think about that. These guys was running roughshod and doing whatever they want, terrorizing people. You see how they came up on the boy? Like terrorists jumped out the car. Al-Qaeda. Hey, what you doing? Let's check your bag. What the fuck? An unmarked car, first of all, you pull up on people. And you know, robberies at an all-time high, stick up kids and all of that stuff. People coming up and just pulling up on you with masks. I would have ran too. I would have ran too. My old ass would have been like, oh, hell no. I'd have went for as far as I can go. At least in a lit spot. And the thing is funny, these people are doing this in areas where it's just public. Where they're publicly out there. And they just like, I mean, that's a main street. Did you see the street? They start slamming him and he hit his head. And you see Tredarius Bean, not Tredarius Bean, Demetrius Haley. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's favorite son. He ready to punch him. I'm telling you, like I told you, it's a certain type of mentality of an officer to deal and do what they do. These guys right here felt as though they was untouchable. They gonna run around, do what they want to do. Look at some of the stuff they was doing. If you paid attention to the article I just showed. Illegal search and seizure. You know what I'm saying? Just running up on people. Coming up with stupid tactics and asking stupid questions before they getting ready to surround you slowly, looking all crazy. That's not police-like before they fuck you up. Bully tactics. Multiple stories I've done of them doing bully tactics. The dude in the wing shop, the guy that went and got pizza, the lady that went with to the red box with her mom and they tore her shoulder out the socket trying to get her out the fucking car. Unacceptable. These people right here do not, they are trained, fucking I'm gonna say it, man. This is like the slave catcher shit back in the day. This is slave catcher shit. And it just seems like that. These people do not like people that look like them. You know, and they had Hempfield with them. You know what I'm saying? He out there with them. So, I mean, This is sad, man. This is sad. They were detective. They had the title of detective. They wasn't just regular officers. I'm sure, man, they need to go and get deep in this rabbit hole with these people and check their bank accounts. They might have offshore bank accounts and everything. I know they was confiscating drug loot. And I was looking at a lot of shootings and disappeared people. You better start looking in that direction, because I think this story right here, out of a lot of police brutality stories, is unfolding into something really big. And man, I just never seen, I mean, I've seen instances where police do stuff that's, you know, not police policy and be physically roughing you up and all of that stuff. But this shit right here seemed like it's every day that it was happening out there. Now, getting back to this young dude, Maurice Chalmers-Stokes, what you got a stolen gun on you for, bro? Now you got a separate charge. In addition to that, if you didn't have that gun on you and they stopped you and fucked you up, you'd have getting you got a major lawsuit coming. And now I'm gonna show you how the justice system be sometimes, because he got that gun charge pending and he made that complaint. They might say, okay, we'll get rid of the gun charge and take it off your record, and you just dismiss the case because nobody wants to pay out in the city of Memphis. They don't want to pay out. And young man, I hope you don't fall for that. You know what I'm saying? I hope you don't fall for that. Because, man, it's just crazy how all this stuff is just coming out. It's like every day it's like something new. And it's like I got more stories on the stuff that's coming out now. It's just, damn. Guys, listen, man. I didn't know these guys was detectives. So that right there lets me know there's no limit to what they wouldn't do. Because, I mean, detectives can get over on a lot of stuff. First of all, they train to watch body language. They train to write things a certain way of what they see. And this is the thing that makes them all the more stupid. How dumb are you that when you went out there and did that stuff to Tyree Nichols, that y'all couldn't even cover y'all tracks? Not saying I'm defending them or saying that's what they should do, but think about it. Y'all detectives deal with anything from homicide to theft to anything. Like their job was what? Be on the street, find drug dealers, find guns, stop carjackings. Yeah, they found a gun, right? But what they did to the boy overshadows and trumps all of just them finding a gun. Now I'm gonna say something to this young boy. This young dude. You know, that was stupid having a gun, and then a stolen gun at that. That's why I think part of it is he ran. Because if you notice and you go back to the video and listen, he said, well, I don't talk to cops. Why you don't talk to cops, bro? And I ran. You know, a lot of teens do that. They know they carrying something, whether it's something illegal or they done something in the past and they don't know it done caught up to them, they gonna dart on you. He was just doing what people do. Was he in the street? I don't know, but I mean, you got a gun on you. That say something about a little bit about, you know, your mentality, your mindset. But guys, man, the BS continues to mount as more victims come across, you know, these news feeds. I'll be telling their stories, and I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, check the beginning of the video where I left the Gmail link to submit some stories from your city. I'll shout you out when I do them. So I got some stories I got to do later on. So stay tuned on the channel. More videos coming. See you in the next video.